Hello, this is Roberto and this is the HVAC is in my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Manual D, Condominium Part 15, it's not placing registers, but this time is sizing registers, alright? So let's get into it. So now that we have placed the registers, what we need to do is we need to make sure that they are sized correctly. All right, so in order to size the registers, we need to choose a manufacturer. So I'm not sponsored by any manufacturer, but usually in residential they use Hart&Cooley. So we're gonna go check on what they have in Hart&Cooley. Okay, so in here we have the Hart&Cooley, and the reason I use this is it's very accessible and it's they use it a lot. So you can easily go to the internet, put Hart&Cooley residential grills, registers, diffusers PDF, and you'll be able to find out this catalog. All right, okay, so now what we have to do is the following. Okay, so you need to choose the type of register and return grill you want for your condominium. Okay, for example, in this case for registers we're gonna use the model 682. Okay, so in here so that way we don't go all the way down, scrolling down and up. We're just gonna do Control F and then we're gonna put 682. There we go. And then it just just keep on pressing enter. See, there you go. So you have one way, I want the two-way. There you go. So usually what you have is you have a two-way side wall or ceiling registers. So this has the application of being a side wall and also ceiling. See, in here it says used for ceiling or side wall installations. Okay, so in here you have the dimensions. You can balance these registers. It has a damper in here included, so that's very much interesting. Okay, so now what we need, so we have in here the dimensions, but what you need actually is the engineering data in order to select your registers based on CFM. So since we have the control find, just keep on pressing next. It's gonna take you to the engineering data anyways. Okay, so I'm just gonna press enter. There we go. So we have in here the 682 model two-way side wall or ceiling register. Okay, so for this two-way, what we need to do is select our CFMs. So in here you have the table, the engineering data for that particular register model. Okay, so in order to do that, you need to size it based on phase velocity. So for the phase velocity, we're gonna choose 600, 800. We have a bit in between 700. And in order to know more about how to size a registers, you can also check my other video where we did one story home, and in that it shows you specifically how to size your register or select your register. Okay, so now we have in here, see, 700 FPM. And now we have choices. Okay, so for 700 FPM we need to see our CFM. Okay, so let's go back to our register location here. So I'm going to hide my grids. So in here, for example, we have 66, 212, 74 CFM. Okay, but for the bathrooms we have a small CFM. We have 15, we have a small. Okay, so the issue in here is you don't have to select one register type for each case. That's why you have to come up with a table. You don't want to do register for 60 CFM one type, 66 CFM one type, 212 one type, so that's two types, 74 three types, 4 types, 5 types. You know, you don't have to size it based on each CFM. Do it in ranges. So in ranges, I prepared a table. See, I have my table in here. For example, from 0 to 65, I'm going to have size 8 by 4. 66 to 130 is going to be 10 by 6. And 131 to 275 is going to be 14 by 8. And of course, you can coordinate this with the architect, with the homeowner. Sometimes the homeowners say, no, I don't want the 10 by 6. Put it at 10 by 8. And all of them should be 8. 8 by 8, which is not good, 8 by 8. But so depends on the homeowner, builder, architect. It's up to coordination. As designers, you can always propose this, absolutely. But you might be wondering, how did you come up with the range? Let's see. So if we go back to the table, for example, in here we have 66, 66. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the PDF. In the PDF, what we have is this. See, so 700 FPM. So until 65, see, from 0 to 65, we have, so 65 is the CFM, right? 65 is the CFM, and then 700 is my velocity. So your velocity is set up in here. 700, you're gonna use only this column, right? So 65 is actually 8 by 4, it's right here. 65. You could have easily also used possibly 75, but that would be a 6 by 6. So I usually like it rectangular instead of square, right? So in that case, that's why I chose 65, 8 by 4. Now for the next range, from 66, which is above this, until 130, we have a 10 by 6 right here, 10 by 6. But you can easily maybe choose 140, that would be 8 by 8. Or 160, 12 by 6. That depends on you. You need to select your ranges, the ranges that feel better for you. So in this case, we're gonna have for 65, above 65 is 66 until 130, we have 10 by 6. And then you have 131, see, 131 above this to 275, 14 by 8. So how did I choose 275? Because my biggest CFM in here I could see is this one on this side, 226 CFM. So for 226 CFM, what we have is in here 226. We have in here one that is 225 right here. See, 225 right here. Okay. 225. So 225 is 12 by 8, but just to be safe, we just went to the next number. 275 is 14 by 8. All right, so that's how I selected my registers. Now let's go size it. Once you do your own table, I did this in Excel, so that's gonna be very easy, or you can do it with by hand. Okay, so now we're gonna size these registers. Look at this. So whatever we have in the living room, we have 66, 66. What would be 66? So since this is above 65, so what we're gonna choose is a 10 by 6. As you can see in here, 66 till 130 is 10 by 6. So what we're going to do is we're going to click here. Oh, again, I don't want to click on the building. I'm going to lock the building. So lock. See, it's locked now. But I cannot select this either. Yes, I can select that. Okay, perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to select this, select both at the same time, press Control, press Shift, and then right click. So this is going to be 10 by 6, 10 by 6. This is good actually. So it's 10 by 6. There we go. Okay, so this is good. Now we're going to go to the next one. 212. 212 is going to be within this range. It's going to be 14 by 8, right? So that's going to be 14 by 8. Let's put in here 14 by 8. There we go. All right, that's good. We're going to the perimeter first. So that's going to be 74. 74 is going to be, 74 is between this range, 10 by 6, it's good. 169 is going to be 14 by 8. So we're going to change this, 14 by 8. There you go, 14 by 8. Okay. So So it's gonna be a little bit bigger. Okay, 14 by 8. Now we keep on going on the perimeter. This is the biggest one, 226. It's gonna be 14 by 8. That's gonna be 14 by 8. Okay, so now this is gonna be interesting because this register actually is not gonna be ceiling register. This register is going to be wall register. Okay, so it's not gonna be on the ceiling, it's gonna be on the wall because we have a trunking here and I'm gonna put it on the side wall. So in that case, we're gonna change the register type. Instead of ceiling diffuser two-way, we're gonna put high wall grill. No, high wall register. You can do it low wall, but in this case, it's going to be high wall register. There you go. And then hit OK. See, it changes, right? So that's going to be wall. And then we're going to put the arrows because where is it throwing? This way or that way? Whenever it's a wall register, it's very important to put arrows. So that way the designer or contractor can see, oh, this is a wall register. Okay, so default arrows, we're gonna put in here now, and then what are the arrows? We put in here, okay, there you go, but this is wrong. Okay, we're gonna put it not here, we're gonna put it to the other side, there we go, not really working. Let's go here, back again, Control Z. Again, we're gonna go here, yes, this is a high wall register, there we go, we're gonna put in here none, and then default arrows, no, let's put in here like this. Okay, it doesn't matter. So even if it's like that, you can rotate it like this 180 degrees and it's all good, right? And then we're gonna put this a little bit closer to the wall. There we go. See? And then you're gonna put. So now, as you can see, this shows you that this is a two-way wall register. So we're all good with this. And it's sized. No, it's not sized. It's 10 by 6. That's not good. So it should be actually, instead of 10 by 6, 14 by 8. So we're gonna put in here 14 by 8. All right, 14 by 8. And what is it? Okay, again, actual 14 by 8. There we go. So now it's showing 14 by 8 and it's gonna be a wall register, high wall register. Okay, let's continue with the other ones. These are the smaller ones. See, 15, 15, 15. Those three are gonna be the following: 1, 1, 2. I'm just selecting all at once, 1, 2, 3, and then I'm gonna right click. This is gonna be ceiling diffuser. This is 15. This is the smallest, 8 by 4. So we're gonna put in here 8 by 4. There we go. So this is 8 by 4, 8 by 4, 8 by 4. See, those are very small. Now we have on this side one that is like 66. Instead of 66, we're gonna put 10 by 6, right? Because it's in the range of 10 by 6. So this is 10 by 6. This is good. 10 by 6, 6 by 10. That's good. Okay, now we're gonna go here. We're all good. So we have all these registers. Now let's go to size the return register. Okay, so for the return register, my CFM is 800. Okay, so for 800, what do we have? Let's go. So for that, we're gonna go back to the Hart&Cooley catalog. So again, for return, you also need to select the model. So what model are they interested in or you are interested in? So we're gonna choose the 659. So you click on find 659, and in here in 659 you have the following. I don't need this anymore actually, so I'm gonna close this out. So for 659 you have this type of return air grill. So this is including the filter, so air filter. So technically in this condominium we're gonna have central air, which means we're only gonna have one return, which is not good actually, to be honest. So usually we need a return on the master or owner's bedroom, and we need undercuts in order to allow the return air go back to this register. So I don't agree with this, but I'm just following existing conditions and we're gonna assess it, but it's not good. So now in here we have a return air filter grill. So in other words, you have in this a hatch, and then you can put the filter inside. inside, right? So now you have to remember that in this case, you have two options of sizing this. The velocity is 300 fpm or 400 fpm. So 400 fpm was recommended when you are not using filters, and 300 fpm is recommended when you're using filters within the Grille. That is in order to minimize noise, because sometimes this could be very sensitive, so it's not good. Now that we have this description, we're gonna go to the next part, and it's gonna be the engineering data. And again, this PDF is available online for Google, so it's easy to access. So now let's go there to the engineering data. Let's keep on going next. There you go, engineering data, and we have in here 659 returner Grille. What is my face velocity? As I mentioned, is gonna be 300 because we have a filter. Secondly, we have 800 CFM, so this is low. See, 135. Oh, this is gonna make a lot of noise. So let's continue. This is 692, 721. No, we have to go higher. This is 135, 2. This is still 280. This is 280. Oh, in here I have a 832 right there. So technically what I need is a 24 by 24. There we go. See, 832 is above 800, so we have 24 by 24. There you got it. Okay, so since we have 24 by 24 at 300 fpm of face velocity, we go back and we're going to change this return. So we're going to change this. It's instead of 14, it's going to be 24 by 24. Okay, and it's not gonna be ceiling. It's not on the ceiling. This is gonna be on the wall. But usually when you have ceiling registers, you wanna have, and this is a high wall register, then you want a low wall return. So in that case, we're gonna put a low wall Grille. There you go, low wall Grille, and then we hit OK. And then what we're gonna have is, anytime you have like a register on the wall or a return on the wall, it's very good and important to put arrows. Okay, so we're gonna put arrows in here, default arrows, no. And then we're gonna put, instead of none, let's put it's usually, I'm not sure, sometimes this is luck. Let's see if we go here. Oh, there we go, it's good. All right, so now what we're gonna do in here is we're just gonna put it a little bit out. No, it should be on the wall. There we go. There we go. That's the representation of my return. And if you click in here, you're gonna see how this return is associated with the registers. Okay, see, if you click, this return is associated with all of the registers. Not a good practice. So if this is a new construction, you might want to put another return on the master bedroom. Okay, and then usually it's good to have like a jump or jumper ducts or transfer grills, you know. But in this case, we're going to rely on in the undercuts of the door. Okay, so we're gonna make also another video that is called the CFM in the undercuts of the door. All right, in the next video, we're going to continue with placing our ductwork, our duct layout now. So we're gonna put in here our trunk, and then we're gonna put branches, and then after that we're gonna make a checkup and then report, and that should be it. I hope everyone is enjoying these videos. I hope anyone leaves the comments and likes. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching HVAC is Matt channel.